sprinkle of misfortune.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Just another day, same as the one before it. Living's hard, but dreams are free, so.
I'm well parched. My tongue's in sandpaper.
About
There's
time
got
I
to be a way
taught
to
that
earn
dullard
more
a
coin
lesson.
than this.
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
What must needs be done?
Looking for all's in fatigue.
Only
You needing my wares?
Well met, sir. Fancy.
materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
I've got to prove. Well met. Drawing in a crowd is only half.
Care to join me for a glug or three, cuz? I need a favour, cuz. Feeling generous? Appreciate you, cuz.
Go on, have a
Here's a
look.
welcome sight. Are you ready to give the signal?
Shame of letting down your hair.
I shan't complain.
Thanks, cuz. Here, cuz. Just my way.
It is a thankless job, this.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
I'm sure I can handle
But
this.
dreams are free,
Quite
they
sure.
say.
Washes all my troubles clean away, this place.
Life can be tiring, even if you've no
Hope
troubles.
tisn't fleas.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
Washes all my troubles clean away, this place.
May tomorrow be as uneventful as today.
I'd never leave.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
How did I end up in this
I could do
miserable
with a few
place?
more hours sleep. The hours seem to fly when I'm
Got
here.
to make hay while the sun shines.
May tomorrow be as uneventful as
If it
today.
were up to me, I'd never leave. Got to earn all the gold I
Washes
can
all
while
my
I'm
troubles clean away, this place.
Little
Wish I
happiness
could
is
go
all
on
I
an
ask of
adventure.
life.
Oh, would that I could spend all day here.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
But not at the expense of
I'm the least busy out here.
townspeople.
Looking for aught in particular?
Tranquil places such as this.
Interested in my wares?
Welcome.
I can't go on like this.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen. We shall remain here.
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Such worn out gear.
We'll see if you can escape me a second time.
Who are you supposed to be then? Wait, you're one of the ones that came crawling into our hideout. Ha! Yeah, ain't funny really. But seeing you's reminding me of that bleeding runt's face. I'm talking about Hugo, of course. Ha! Didn't you hear him sobbing as we left? Lanzo, why? Boo-hoo! Bet he's still crying over it, eh? Like a babe without it. Of course, Lanzo's already forgotten about the poor sod. Was right.
That blackguard. Oh, it tells me there's more to his tale. Not sure I can
Hugo's, but still, there's a use for they can earn their own living, and having a few whelps a lot. But Hugo had gotten too big. Well, save throwing him to the dogs.
What do you want? You've got the Empress. Suppose the fact you're telling this to me means you're in the know. You one of us? Right then. I'll pass these tidings along to our interested party. Where should I tell them to find you? The empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path is... Fear not. I'll arrange for...
Ah, that's right. I must.
So tight. At last, the puzzle begins.
This bodes ill.
I'm done for. Can't you still? So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
You bird-brained buffoon! Where have you been?
Brocker! Sorry,
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. You've proven yourself this...
come in, Brocker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here it is. Your regalia sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf.
only thing Fur's good for is pulling in a scrap.
Well met, sir. How much?
Let's take it easy today.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. I found my meditation to be protected.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
So tired. I've got to tie my shoes.
Can't you see I'm on...
Greetings, sir. But I'm afraid things aren't going as smoothly as I'd hoped. It's my superiors, you see. They understand that there are some extenuating circumstances, but the lad's still a thief. They're not convinced he should be released so soon. Normally, I'd let the matter lie, but methinks I could find the courage to try again with a... What say you, sir? Have you any... Aye, that's just what I needed to hear. You really must care for the whelp to go... No, there's no need to fret. These things...
Reckon you can
Do as you please, eh?
Listen to this. Oh, in Vermont, I'll not be locked up in the filth.
So tired. I'm barely the vim to tie my boots.
Open.
Hard to believe the lad. Did he ever tell you his story? About how his parents were killed by brigands or some such? Couldn't be more obvious who that was, eh? Ah, his mum was a comely lass. Don't remember a thing about his da. We roughed them up, had a bit of fun. Emptied their purses and the like. Lanzo slit their throats himself. 'Twas hard not to laugh, watching daft little Hugo grow up, hanging off Lanzo's bootstraps and never questioning a damn thing. We've a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground. Aye, I ain't afraid to tell you that. I might owe Lanzo a favour or two, but not enough to rot in here for him. In fact, why don't you go pay him a visit, eh? Ain't right that I'm the only one in this hole. With a new ain't fair for me to be the only one with a...
What do you want now? What? He said... What? That can't be right. But... if he did that to me, then what about all those kids? No. Tell me it's all a lie, damn you!
Fur and armour make a great man.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Let's get to work.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
I do as I please. Better try and stop me.
You've pushed your luck too far.
This is it. Take it.
good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
We shall remain here.
If you're looking for the whelp, you'll not find him here. And that bandit with the loose tongue's dead. Took a knife to the gullet. Not hard to guess whose 'twas. Consign it. Suppose he was rotten to the core after all, like the rest of those snakes.
Seems like.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen? Shall we take an ox cart? If our destination lies along its route, we could shorten our journey by making a stopover.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Here we are. We have arrived. To the stopover point without incident. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might. We've got rattlers! Dare I say it? We trounced our...
Thank you, sir. Consider it my thanks for all...
No! A ballista! to keep watch, lest we be sent on. A door of sturdy make. 'Twill be impossible without the key.
Drop all your and I might let you leave. Seems your luck's run out. That's mine. Do you know who you're dealing with? Bugger off if you want to sit.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. I shan't allow any further harm. I could have done no better. The Arisen has been torched. Quick, douse the flame!
You? This your work, then? I came to get my vengeance, only to find all those who could give it to me already dead. Fine. Seems my entire life's a farce, and I'm the only one not laughing. I don't rightly know where to go from here. What might have been an honest life, huh? What a lark. This is the only life I've ever known. Oi. Liz, do you really think someone like me could live an honest life after all that's happened? I've always wanted to try. Earning an honest living, I mean. But what could I do? Not sure as I've many skills, save picking pockets. And no one would want me working for him, would they? You know of a place I could work? Work? What? Are you...
I'll pick that up. We might have... need of it. This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force. I shan't let them harm you. One of us has been poisoned. You truly are formidable, Arisen. How are we to get through this door? One other thing. Have you grown accustomed to the adventuring life? If there's anything you're unsure of, I would fain be of aid. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
We shall await you here, Master.
Well met, Sir Arisen. So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. 'Tis splendid to I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it means something more. Something greater. Pray, give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. 'Tis fine work she has done. Impeccable, I should say. And you, Sir Arisen, you have breathed life anew into one of our kingdom's most sacred treasures. I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the day it shall adorn your noble hip with bated breath.
Sir Arisen, I take it you have given the Coral Snakes the then the villain behind Her Majesty's assassination will doubtless be compelled to act with all due haste. And so must we. Let us begin our preparations presently. Might I implore you to play the part of a bandit, Sir Arisen? As one of Her Majesty's champions, my face is like as not to be known to our villain. I have also employed the aid of a woman resembling Her Majesty in stature and build. She will fulfill the role of Empress.
No, Manella. We must go ourselves.
Your Majesty.
I don't. Should the ruse be discovered too soon, the renegade may flee and escape justice. We must confront them, so that our land and its people may ne'er endure such uncertainty again.
Understood. Then I shall guard your Majesty with my life. We must needs be ready for whate'er comes, Sir Arisen. Pray, tell me when you are prepared.
So, a bit of trickery is in order. Rest assured, Master, that we pawns shall be watching over you all the while.
I suspect the villain will approach under cover of night. Are your preparations concluded? I am glad to hear it, and not a moment too soon. We have received word that someone approaches our locate. Find a way to loosen the villain's tongue. I shall remain hidden till your...
I am come. Would you kindly open the door? Let us not waste time. I am here to confirm the identity of your captive and naught else. Where might she be? Indeed. 'Tis the Empress and none other. Fortunately for you. Had it been anyone else, your head would now be free of its shoulders. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure that she yet lives. I trust you are prepared to rectify. Go on. Kill. That is far enough. You must forgive me. I suspected foul dealings from the moment I heard the Empress was being held here. In truth, she cannot die here. We must have her meet her, and in a place more fitting. Tell me, do you know what it takes to inspire action, tragedy? Yes, tragedy. The emotion that floods forth in the wake of such events can change the world entire.
Consider what a tragedy of singular measure, such as that of a great leader martyred for her ideals, could achieve. Why, the flames of revolution would burn eternal.
A worthy funeral pyre for an empress, wouldn't you agree? And so Her Majesty's tragedy must be made a spectacle of, that all Batal might bear witness and shed tears of blood.
So this was your aim. It all becomes clear. On your knees. We have you surrounded. Sir Armhild! So it was you!
Manella, this little ruse was your doing, I suppose. And as for your Majesty, I must say I am disappointed. You would go so far to save your own neck, rather than do what is best for the future of this country.
We understand what you desire. Perhaps you will ponder this in your...
Sir Armhild was a vile plot. I only hope she's the last villain seeking to advance her aims through murder. Shall we get some rest then?
Is this the abode of the Good Arisen? Pray, pardon the intrusion. I am an attendant in the service of Empress Nadinia. Her Majesty would make a request of you. Might you have a moment to hear it? You've my gratitude, sir. Her Majesty awaits you outside.
We thank you for meeting us at this late hour, Sir Arisen. We require protection of both our person and our identity as we make for our destination within the city.
Though Batal has no official dealings with Vermund, the countenance of its Empress is widely known. I dare say in a common and trouble would undoubtedly ensue should the Empress's presence be discovered.
We make for the Rose Chateau. Prithee see...
Now, let us be off! We ought not to delay our...
Pray, remain vigilant while escorting Empress Nadinia. We pawns shan't follow, that she might attract less notice.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Her Majesty is in your charge, Sir Arisen.
We make for the Rose Chateau. Prithee see us.
I beg you. I need that medicine.
Can't help you, I'm afraid. My stock's low enough as 'tis.
But my wife, she's like to waste away.
How very cruel. We ne'er imagined matters to be so dire. Is there aught we may do to aid this man?
You have a kind heart, Your Majesty, but you cannot afford to reveal. Perhaps the Good Arisen would assist this gentleman.
How can he do this? Without that medicine, she shan't last a week.
What? You and a likely story. What a good heart our Arisen has. But I shan't be selling it to you if 'tis to end up in beastren hands. Well, 'tis a princely, but I'll take it.
This is the medicine I need. Oh, happiest of... Words cannot express my gratitude.
That was neatly done, Sir Arisen. His lady wife ought now recover.
Come, we've a ways to travel yet before we reach the Rose Chateau. We ought make haste.
Oi, you lot, help me. I've got a soldier on my tail. If I'd known 'twas his house, I'd have chosen somewhere else to fill my pockets, believe me.
You appear before us to beg that we abet you in a crime of your own doing.
What o' it? You're a beastron too, aren't you? Then you ought to know as well as I do that stealing's the only way we can survive. Come on, help me out here. Consider it a favor to one of your kin. heartless knaves. I've wasted enough time here. I'm off. Oh, son of a...
Silence, brigand! 'Tis off to the jail with you.
'Tis a hard life these people lead, that yet a kindness granted to a man fallen so far would do little to better his circumstances. Let us press on. We have arrived at last. Now, to attend to the matter for which we have come. We are grateful for your patience. The matter is attended to. We have allies here in the Rose Chateau who offer their aid to our cause, namely, to create...
Were it to come to light that Batal has provided aid of any kind to Vermund, there would be a scandal, and all of Her Majesty's good deeds would be unmade. Thus, Her Majesty must work in secret, offering her support from the shadows. But let us not linger. I have arranged for an ox cart to meet us by the...
Do you know before whose likeness we now stand? 'Tis that of Rotheus, founder of Vermund. Oh yes, 'twas none other than a Beastren who gave rise to this kingdom. Yet, in spite of this history, our people find little welcome here. Quite past wars twixt Vermund and Batal have done much to worsen Beastren's standing here. This we cannot deny. Yet, as ruler of a Beastren nation, we can do no less than long for the day in which our people will be treated, and we would be remiss not to pray that we bid you good night, Sir Arisen.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Goblins, master! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Would that such tranquility could last. We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Welcome.
There's been talk of a mysterious structure rising from the sea. Well, I'm not sure what to make of it. You know where to find me. I fear I've no wisdom to offer. Will someone do aught about this?
I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. I have placed a mark upon the...
My thanks.
Quite the predicament. It's been a hard day. Look,
You have my fullest confidence. Yes, Your Majesty? Ah, so you've encountered the Phantom Ox cart from the rumors. To be precise, the letter of the Lord does not forbid the abduction of pawns. However, in our sovereign-ruled kingdom, crude treatment of the pawns who so loyally serve our liege is an act decried by all. If one were to sell them for personal gain, they would doubtless be censured no matter their station. And this letter, by its make and the quality of the parchment, I can only surmise we ought to assume a member of the court has a hand in this matter. But for what purpose are these pawns being gathered? And where are they being taken? I have a proposal, Your Majesty. Should we ascertain the pawn's destination? Perchance we... Yet if we question the driver haphazardly, this mission will be over before it begins. I bid Your Majesty follow the ox cart without arousing suspicion, that you might alternatively. Mayhap Your Majesty could assume the guise of... I leave the choice to Your Majesty's discretion.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
I've enough.
This looks as good a place as any.
What I know.
I'll crush you if you keep that up. Could do with a decent supper.
Pleasant breeze.
I'm still waiting on that report.
But not at the expense of
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself. Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses. Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
What's this? Only pawns? What's that dullard Suppose it's all the same. The cargo's all I need to get the job done. In you get, then. got to buy more drink. Could do with a proper meal. What was that? Fie. Now I'm jumping at shadows. We're under attack! Don't just stand there! Protect the cart! Drive the fiends back!
We shall remain here.
What's the hold up? Get it? How fare my fine passengers this evening? Don't know why I'm asking, you never answer. Suppose you'll just have to listen then. You pawns are the cruelest. They say you'll do whatever the Arisen says. You offer no complaint or quarrel, and you're undying to boot. You're well suited as slaves, if you ask me. Truth be told, I've lost count of how many of you I've transported these past few days. Still not the faintest idea what they do, or where they take you after I drop you off. I've ne'er seen one of you return. That says a lot. As some would tell it, you're serving as targets for new recruits undergoing spear training. Others say your lifeblood is squeezed out like juice from a grape to be offered to the Empress of Batal. Did that scare you, Amy Hermione? It was all in jest. It's not like I know the truth of it anyhow. Not like I care either. As long as I get my coin, I'm a happy man. I'm not fussed what happens to you.
Halt! We're expecting your cargo. Open up.
I hear they follow whatever command they're given.
Aye, and they'll take any beating without a word of complaint. Let's see for ourselves.
Sorry, my hands.
How'd you like that?
Rather tough, eh?
You going to fight back?
They may be undying, but you seem to know.
They're just taking it.
Let's see.
Where to next?
What? Ball. It is like hitting
That's
a
it.
stump.
Enough! That's valuable merchandise you're toying with. Worth more than your wages combined. Have you prepared the cargo we're to carry alongside them? No? Well, get a move on! We're off! Stay in your
On your knees, worthless vessels.
Perhaps some more thorough examination is required here.
Wait. You're not a pawn. We've an intruder in our midst. To what?
I will protect you. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
All this hustle and
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
look as long as you please. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to. Do come again. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Welcome. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to...
You have my fullest confidence. Has there been some development, Your Majesty? Well now, you have... I see. So they were procuring pawns in order to carry out this excavation. The stuff you mention is most curious. It sounds as if 'tis of the same make as the jewel wielded by the Queen Regent's puppet. I had heard pawns face, yet to hear that they are treated as tools to be discarded, and given such perilous tasks, 'tis contemptible indeed. Volcanic Island has long been part of Batal's territory. The lake of lava present there is revered for its flames. Perhaps 'twould be considered blasphemy to give such work to the... Or could this simply be a means of testing the efficacy of these jewels? I can offer naught but for now, we ought to aim our efforts towards proving... Should we succeed, even the Queen Regent has... You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. 'Tis most valuable. So...
Now the Queen Regent's hand in this will be plain for all. To see. 'Tis only right that she face justice for her misdeeds.
Not a care in the world.
Tell is, Vermund was once the Beastren Kingdom.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
Wonder what room of the day.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares
Not
all.
a care in the world, just as it should be.
This is Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Will someone do aught about this?
My patience will thin.
Got to focus. My head will roll.
I'd quite like.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are delighted to have you. Pray, do enjoy your stay.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
The services we provide are worth...
In case... So if there's no one about, you might have to...
Weary eyes all round. We've a long night ahead.
Tis quiet about.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
Say, not just now. I reserve these hours for myself.
I quite like it.
Got to focus. There's ought to be said for peace and...
Seems naught ever goes right.
Seems my humming would be unwelcome in others.
Now, where was I?
Say, you wouldn't happen to have ought to... I'm afraid I'm not here to listen to your trouble. I've a notion that you... sensational.
A lonely place.
What's going on?
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle.
Ray never put gold in my pocket.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
Pack of dullards.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to... tell. You know where to find me.
Look as long as you please.
I draw time than I know how to spend. I draw time than I know how to spend.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle.
We shall await you here, Master.
Which the road? Who owns better?
Say, you wouldn't happen to have aught to do with the shrine that rose up... Oh, how lovely.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I'd sooner
begging on the street.
I find myself drawn to quiet spots
All
like
I need
this.
is my health, I suppose.
What's the wind blow my fur every which way?
You know, many of our yet there is something different about you. I lived a simpler life, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a... Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter... Here I... 'Tis no simple... Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Here I am.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Now, where was I
Nice
headed?
place to sit. Watch the world.
I could use a bit of excitement.
'Tis no simple matter. Here I am. Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Here I am.
Tis on me to bear what younger shoulders can't. I'm near tired of tearing.
Some patrons can be rather demanding.
We shall remain here.
Bit bland. What can I throw?
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Feels eerie with no one about.
This place is very dreary.
Wonder how everyone else feels.
Now, where was I
Towns and
headed?
politics are no concern.
Tis no simple matter. Here I am.
possession, but
Delightful breeze.
ought to set my desk to the ground.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
I'm just grateful.
Not much going on.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
To browse my wares. For bread and board, you'll find none better.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. All I've learned, the sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Mayhap I ought to be getting...
Quite the predicament.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Spoiled by a good patron. Best head to market before it slips my mind.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
Delightful breeze.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the... Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to... And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, it will not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes... 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath.
Minister Allard is a noble, yeah?